Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Crystal. Welcome to all my new subscribers and to all those that's been hanging with me. I'm coming to you today with the season 2 episode 3 of Empire. I know it's a little late. It's a day early than last week, but hey, nevertheless it is here. Episode 4 hasn't started, so I'm still alright. So how y'all doing? How's your week going? It is Tuesday. No, what day is it? Child, Tuesday. Yeah. October 13th. So let's get into this because I don't want it to be a long video. It was a good episode, if I may say. You know, I think all Empire is pretty good. You know. Let's see, it starts off with, let's see, Lucius getting out of jail, and that attorney or prosecutor is really out to get him, and she's on the, giving a little conference at the jail where he's getting out or whatever, and the crowd ain't feeling her too hype, you know. They feel like she's about to run for election, and Lucius, you know, this is going to boost her by getting Lucius in jail or, you know, back in jail and all that goody good. But it really goes against her. Anyway, Lucius get out of jail. He walking with his lawyer. You okay, boo-boo? You can't stick the whole thing in your mouth. Y'all should see him. He's so cute. And my baby, y'all. 3 years old. Anywho, so we, Lucius walking with Jamal down the street with his lawyer and all that goody goo. And it turned to a scene where Cookie and Hakeem are at the radio station. And Hakeem is singing his new single, and just talking about Lion Dynasty, and all of a sudden, Lucius, y'all, am I gonna finish this video? Anyway, I'm going to try to do it real quick, but Lucius come out of jail, woo-doo-woo, and then that radio station with Hakeem. Hakeem put this down. He's saying Lion Dynasty is the new thing. They got this new girl group called Menage a Trois, something like that. And his mom in the background saying no, because the radio host is just like, you're going to bring them on this week, and, you know, they not even cleared already. And he says, sure, you know. And Cookie's like, oh my gosh, you know. Anyway, after that, they have dinner. Lucius called everybody to the table for dinner. And, you know, everybody want to know what it's about. Jamal sitting there all high minded. Oh, yes, I think he just wants his family around him. He just got out of jail. And so Cookie is like, yeah, okay, whatever. And Hakeem was there, Cookie, Jamal, his family, Andre and his wife. So, Lucius tells the Lion Dynasty all is forgiven, plus Andre. All is forgiven if y'all just drop this. The heist is dropped. You know, y'all just cut the charades and come on back to Empire. Of course, Cookie says no. He said, well, y'all will never eat without me. And Cookie says, well, I will always eat. It might not be with you or whatever. So she pulls the tablecloth with the food and everything on it, all on the floor, and it goes off to a commercial. Then it comes on, what is it? I think it comes on with Andre. Yes, I think it's Andre. Yeah. Andre is meeting with his dad again outside some pub or restaurant. And he's telling him something that he could do. He could take Empire, he could take over all the radio stations, buy it up or whatever. And he said, you can provide this. And he says, sure I can, Dad, you know. And he says something like, you have to bring me something huge to come back. And he said, what is it that you want me to do? He said, I would do everything. Y'all see his little hand? He in his chair eating, y'all. But he said, you have to bring me something. And he said, what do you want, Dad? What do you want me to bring to the table? What is so big that it will take for me to come back to Empire? Lucia had nerve to tell him, pray about it. I said, Lord, I said, okay. So it goes off. Jamal calls him up. He got Frank Gaston daughter come bum rushing with all her little entourage at Empire. So Jamal said, this girl said you signing her, yada, 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 yada. And he's like, keep her there, sign her, whatever you do. You know, that's my, pretty much, dang, what was the saying he said? That's his music, it's everything to him, or whatever. So, you know, Jamal's in his feelings. Him and Lucia's secretary is trying to get the girl to sign. She's like, where's Lucius? Where's Lucius? He can't come down here and sign me. My daddy told me not to trust him. And so him and her and her entourage just move on and leave out, you know, leave Empire. And what happens then? They turn to the scene. Cookie is trying to choreograph and listen to the hook to the Menage a Trois group that Hakeem has created. And they getting it together, blase, blase. And one moment. Okay, y'all, so Cookie's trying to get these girls together because they supposed to, Hakeem done promised them to go into the radio station, the premiere, whatever. So, in this episode, let's see what else happens. Lucius calls Anika because I guess he feels that she's still working at Lions Dynasty. And he wants her help, you know, with Lion Dynasty. So, she said, you know, she goes meet with him at Leviticus. And, you know, and that's all that we really see with them, you know. He pretty much throws her a lot of shade while they talking, you know, and, why would I do tricks for you or something? Or you've always been sneaky or tricks, you know, had a bunch of tricks. Why don't you get paid for it? You know, I thought that was shade, Lucius. That was really, really shade. But you know what? Anika just took it in, whatever. I really want to know because Anika goes back to Cookie. Tell Cookie that you are everything. Yeah, I know, whatever. Sits with her in her office and explain to her that I met with Lucius. And, you know, telling her everything they talked about. And so Cookie want to know, well, why you coming to tell me this? And she's like, you know, she wants to hurt Lucius bad. But you know what? I'm not sure. I wonder if Boo Boo Kitty, Anika, is really out to hurt Lucius, or is she playing Cookie, you know? I mean, she gave Cookie information about some... what is it? He was having some party at Leviticus, and so Cookie was like, okay, I don't know if they working together or is Anika playing Cookie or anything like that, but we'll see. That goes off. The party at Leviticus that Lucius is throwing, I thought that was the best part of this episode because Cookie, of course, crashes the party, her and Hakeem. So it was like a free promotion thing for them, you know. So they had bodyguards, and then Cookie comes up on the stage. And did y'all see what she had on? Her shirt was matching her bracelet, even though she had a nice black, I don't know if that was a bodysuit or, but she had that, that gold wrap rope looking shirt or whatever. I was like, you better go ahead, Miss Cookie. You better do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. So Jamal get on the microphone and really shuts it down. They had, who is that? Timberlake? Timberlake. Anywho, they had him on there with Hakeem. And I think before that it was Pitbull that starred in this as well with Jamal at the beginning of the party. So anyway, they come, they do all their thing, and then they had to leave, you know. So I guess the phone is blowing up on Lions Dynasty. The radio station calls Cookie. Yeah, we doing it. We saw you did this. Yeah. So they blowing up just from hearing all this. Anywho, after that, Andre comes to meet with his mom at Lion Dynasty. And so he's meeting with his mom. He's telling his mom that he's expecting and this. And Cookie's like, well, you know, have you told your father? Because this is something big. That's the main thing Lucius wants. That's why he wants Hakeem back over there. He wants his legend, you know, passed on. And so Andre's like, I don't want to use my unborn child to try to get something that I'm, you know, get back into Empire. And she was like, sometimes you got to do stuff and it's okay, you know. And so anyway, this is what I didn't like, but I do understand some of it now, but I still don't understand why Lucius is really doing what he's doing. But Andre goes to Lucius' house. And did y'all see that table that Lucius has? It's kind of neat. I mean, it's awkward and strange, but that little what's the table by the living room, you know, the little coffee table, I really like that. I dig that. I really like that. It look like little tree things, but it's silver and then the glass on top. Anyway, I had to put that in there. So he meets with Lucius at his house. He's telling him, you know, he's like, you better come with something. You really persistent, you know, what you got now. And so he just proceeds to tell him, I just want to drop some news to you face to face. That Rhonda's pregnant, you know, we're gonna have a baby. Lucius get this big glee on his face. Then he had the nerve, this was really bad, okay? He said, aren't you worried that the child will have, what is it called? Oh Lord. Is it multiple personalities or... You know, the thing that Andre goes through, you know, I think it's multiple personalities or something like that. Passed on. And Andre is like, it's not inherited, so, you know, it's not a, which, you know, if you got it, Andre, then that makes it inherited. But anywho, then Lucius goes, you know, it goes back in time where Lucius and his mama, who is actor Kelly Rowland. So it shows that pretty much his mama had multiple personalities and had that condition. So I guess he never told nobody. I wonder if Cookie knows this. But he never told nobody. So he goes hug him and says, you disappoint me for using this to get your gains back into Empire. And so I'm like, well, dang, this is just hard. I mean, why is he doing this? I mean, really, what's the correlation? Okay, his mama had an illness and it passed down to Andre, you know, but why is he being really mean? I think because maybe the illness might have killed his mother, Kelly Rowland, but I just don't understand why he won't reveal that. And, you know, why is he being so angry? You know, he could be angry because, you know, my mom passed to that, you know, so, but it's really being hard on his son, you know. I just don't understand. I really don't understand. But we know now that Kelly Rowland, Lucius' mother, had the same thing Andre has. but Andre has no clue. He just feel like it just developed it, you know. So anyway, that left. I thought that was really horrible. And Lucius, that bothers Lucius in his mind, you know. So anyway, it went off with, let's see. It went off with, okay, the girls group. It goes back to the radio station. And the two background singers is waiting for La Vida Loca. What's her name? Child, I don't know. The one who just thinks she all that, and the lead singer. She's not at the radio station yet. Hakeem and them's like, she should be on her way. And Cookie prancing back and forth. And they waiting to perform like Hakeem promised the radio station. So in walks Lucius. So Cookie's like, well, why are you here? He says, oh, I'm going to crash the party just like you do. But when I do, I own it. So he done went and bought these radio stations. Or this radio station. So pretty much what goes is what he pretty much says. So then the girl come in, the lead singer. And she says, Cookie and them like, okay, glad you here and all that. And she said, Lucia started laughing and all that, and like, they really don't know, huh? So the little girl got a little smirk on her face and said, and they's like, what you talking about? He said, I signed her this morning. So I'm like, dang. So then, he's like, you know, he got on radio station and, he signed the girl this morning. She just went like that. Now, is that a breach of contract? Because if she signed with Hakeem and them, how can they just be switching? I know it's television and stuff, but they so threatening to sue and this, but can't they sue her? I mean, she ain't really got nothing to sue. But anyway, she signed with them. And so it's just really all bad look like, because he's just really looking to take down Lion Dynasty. I guess he got so much money and it don't really matter to him. That's just his main goal, is to take down Lion Dynasty. Oh, also in this video, he wasn't giving Jamal all the attention that Jamal wanted. He been giving him to producers that's not feeling Jamal or can't produce Jamal. Only person really that can produce him is Cookie. So he proceeds to go to Cookie Lion Dynasty to ask her for help because that's his mother. But when he got to the door, his daddy pulled up in the car and said, get in the car. And, you know, he proceeds to say, well, I thought you would be, you know, producing me. But it seemed like that other girl, Frank Gaskin's daughter, whatever her name is, that's who you really into in this. And, you know, he's really in his feelings a lot in this episode, Jamal is. So he, you know, he said, you don't need nobody. You don't need Cookie. It's all in you. And he said, thank you for bringing me back. And he's going to be starting to produce him. Anything to keep him on his side and use him as a puppet. Anyway, so that's all of episode 3 of season 2. So, I really wonder what's going to happen this episode. You know, is it going to be just a, you know, nothing with some good climax? And it might, who knows. But I'm not still feeling Lucius like that. You know, I don't believe nothing he says. But I really think he's being very, very, very mean towards Andre. I mean, telling him to go pray about it, you know, and using his kid. I mean, it is something right there is not clicking now. I know, I understand now that his mother had the disease that Andre has. But to take that out, I mean, I know it's Lucius, but he is really hard on Andre. I mean, he was hard on Jamal because of his sexuality, but he is really hard on Andre. And for Andre not to even know, at least Jamal knew because he was gay, his daddy couldn't stand him like that, and you know, but Andre has no clue. I am really so feeling Andre. And I be like, baby, come here. Put your head right here. Because he needs a hug, y'all. He needs a hug. That Rhonda girl need to hug him so tight. Because he is trying. I'm glad he's still going to church. But everybody has their own limits. You hear me? Everybody has their own limits. I just don't know why Lucius is doing this. But that's okay. He got a mama that's going to really get to the bottom of this crap. So anyway, that's all that happened, y'all. I thank y'all for watching. Let me know what you thought about everything below. And what you think is going to happen, you know, between this Lion Dynasty and Empire. You know, what's really going to happen. Because now Lucius got, I mean, he has the radio station. So how they going to promote all their stuff? And now he got the girl. But that girl, she don't know no better. She's so young and dumb. You know, Lucius just going to use her and whatever. But I really don't know. You know, I hope they be able to take off, you know. So we'll see what happens, y'all. Y'all, sorry but it was late, but it's before the next episode, so it's on time. Deuces, y'all have a blessed day.